Hi, it's Alan from Premier Properties in Perth here. I'm your host tonight. I'm very privileged to have Liam Gordon, who plays for Motherwell FC, and Ross Sinclair, who plays for St Johnstone FC, and they're in here to talk about Be the Best Football Academy. Liam, over to you. Where did the idea come from and how did it start?
The idea has always been there in my head because I've always wanted to try and give something back to the kids of Perth. Obviously, being local myself, I know the problems and issues that I faced when we were younger. So I always wanted to kind of create some form of football environment that kids could come in and thrive in and really develop as not only as footballers but as kids as well and young human beings. So yeah, I was torn between when to start it, obviously because I was still right into my football career. I still am, but this has been going for 3-4 years now, and I had a couple of conversations with fellow players, and obviously someone I'm very close with is Liam Craig, and
you started
yeah. So Liam got wind of my ideas, and he was saying that it was something that he would love to do and something that he would want to do after football, and he's had thoughts himself. So it just came down to a conversation, a couple of coffees, and our visions and how we seen it go. And yeah, it was me and Liam started it up back in 21.
And we've got Ross involved now. So what's Ross's position in the football academy?
So me and Roscoe, we both run and own the academy. And for me, Liam was great at starting up, and we got it. We grew to a really good number. And then just with obviously Liam retiring and maybe more focused on his coaching, his life after football, he got various roles that didn't allow him to get down as much. And Liam's a good, honest man, and he knew that himself. It was probably far too much for me to just do myself. So obviously we came to agreement for me to buy out the Liam and the company.
So it started from an idea and a couple of chats.
Yeah. Just like I said to you, it's something I always wanted to do. I'm football and I'm Perth, so you put them two together, you're going to create a football academy, aren't you?
And we've never had one in Perth.
Never, and that's going on to Ross coming in, helped out with the goalie section for us because it's something that we also wanted to start. And then over a period, probably just over a year, I seen what Ross gave me. And listen, Ross was just maybe doing a couple of hours a week, and the loyalty and desire he showed to help grow my company at the time. Was brilliant. And Ross's drive and the character that he is, started getting to a point where we're having conversations going down the line how we can grow this company. And I knew, I'm not daft, I knew that I needed help, and there wasn't anyone better for me in this area to help do that. So. And
Ross, when did you first get involved in the academy?
So I first got involved goalkeeping side of the coaching was about 2022.
Right.
I opened up my first class down at Ruthenfield with Liam, and I think that for me, when I got asked to come in, was a privilege to start coaching. I've done a bit of coaching with Saints Academy and through in Dundee as well, so I have a bit of experience. But also for me, it was Perth didn't have anything, no goalkeeping. I had Saints in the community, which I'd done for a bit as well, which was great. But I'm similar to Liam, that a professional football player, I wanted to give something back to Perth that I could run and use it for myself.
Because you both come through the system in Perth, and there's not much there unless you're playing with your local grassroots team.
Yeah, well, I struggled to come through that because I was getting picked up at 14. I got picked up from Dundee. I know a lot's changed since then, but for me growing up, and I say this time and time again, there's very good players in Perth. I just don't think we get the platform and the opportunity to showcase that. So that was always the main reason for me, is I wanted to create an environment and a platform for these kids to come in, express themselves, and then between myself and other coaches, there'll be contacts that listen, if they want to try and go to that next level, absolutely brilliant. If they just want to come here, enjoy their football, put a smile on their face, that's even better. So we're covering all areas, but it's certainly, I just wanted to give them an opportunity, listen, just to be better, whether that was football or as young people.
And it was yourself and Liam that started it, and you were both down. So you had your first few sessions, and then it grew, it got more popular. Did you just keep on getting messages and had to put on more sessions and coaches?
Yeah. Obviously, at the start, it was just the two of us, and then not long into that, one of our coaches, still Jordan Black, who's been absolutely pivotal in everything we've done, brilliant in the area. Has so many connections at the grassroots level, crossing over into the pro youth system. Jordan came in and has gave us an incredible help and support from the start. So it was kind of three of us maybe doing sessions at the start. You could only offer so much because we're still playing at the time. You can't be doing too much coaching because the football's still the priority, because it's our career, it's our livelihood, it's what's paying the bills. So it's just finding that fine balance. And yeah, listen, the numbers were great at the start. They always were going to be. And then it just came to us, how do we maintain that? But like I said to you earlier on, life changes. Different roles for Liam, so he wasn't maybe getting there as much as what he would have liked because he loved coming down, and then that got to a point, like you're saying, and we were starting to have to bring in additional coaches.
And Ross, was it your idea for the coaching because you're the goalkeeper coaching because you're a goalkeeper, or
not really? No, it was actually, if I remember right, I was obviously both Liams obviously at the club at the time, and I was goalkeeper, and obviously from Perth. And I remember one of my good pals, Jordan Northcutt, went in to do one-to-ones in the business, and I'm positive it came around just having a conversation, and they're like, we could do having a goalkeeping coach.
Great idea.
And then I was like, when I heard about it, I was a bit like, do I want to go in right now and do it right now in my moment in career? Because I was at that time, wasn't in the first team. I was doing loan spells and stuff, and wasn't taking too much on. And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it's exactly what I want. It's a platform with two great professional football players that I can then go and add to that and learn from them as well.
So it's a business, and obviously you don't know what will happen in your football careers, but it's something that you're maybe looking is to continue for a long period. I know that you had a facility problem last year where you had the facilities, and then you went through a period of not knowing if you had facilities. I think facilities in Perth are very poor, compared to other cities out there. So it must be a challenge, that, because you've been out at Hunting Tower, you've done a bit of Scone, you've been at the NICC, at St John's there, you're now up at Letham. So that organising that as a business must have been a big challenge for you both.
It's very difficult and frustrating, and as you know what it can be like with dealing from people in the area. If it was just a direct phone call and you're speaking to someone, it would be fine, but it's obviously much more to it than that. The facilities have been an issue, the winter facilities, because over the years we've had a summer base at Rothenfield, which was great. We loved it, and we couldn't thank Fair City enough for giving us that. But yeah, more recently we've made the move over in the last year or so to Genefield for our summer base, and yeah, what an exciting club that is to be part of. We're talking about the facilities; they've just got the go ahead. I think it could be. It's definitely one, but I think it could be pushing 2 AstroTurfs. So that's something that's for us to be a part of. It's what we need. It's not just what we need. It's what the kids have Perth, because there's that shortage. So yeah, it's always difficult. Last winter we were going into we were about a month or so out.
3 weeks away from,
because we had
a facility.
Yeah, we had our facility for the last 2-3 years, and then for whatever reason, the organisation that runs it, they changed the whole criteria and then basically just took us out. And there was I think there was walking football and that had been there for 3-4 years they just got put in the back burner as well.
It's hard when you're a business because you're not a charity.
So these
football club.
People out there see the footballing side, but behind the scenes, you've got the business side of things.
100%, but that's what it's never been, and it never will be a multi-million-pound business or anything near that. It's not for that reason why we do this. But like Ross said, we get deemed as that business, so you get your grassroots clubs, which, by the way, should always get access.
Yeah.
But they'll just, and all the charity works, which is great, and would never say a bad word about them, but they're just getting the access, and then we get put on the back. But we've got 100 kids coming to us every week, And what happens to them if there's no
facilities?
Yeah, what happens to their physical health? What happens to their mental health in the winter? Because if it wasn't for Letham that had a last minute booking for us, we would have been in a world of trouble. I was talking to him.
We had an option in Scone as well. To be fair, every club we've touched base with have been great with us.
But it was a wee small ball court.
It was a wee bit small,
small ball court at half 8 till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
What 5-7-year-olds going to be allowed to? What 8 to 11? Do you know what I mean? And the size of it as well. It was great that they were trying to help us, and we have that relationship with Scone, which we're really thankful for. But for us to try and
it was a big challenge for you.
Oh, well, I was worrying, and we had a lot of crisis conversations.
Meeting after meeting, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know what we're going to do. But listen, you always find a way, and that's what you do. You keep persistent, and that's one thing I was saying to him is we don't give up. We don't give up for the kids, because that would have broke my heart if we were having to shut down over the winter. And it would have killed the business as well.
It was conversation, wasn't
it? And we're going at the kids. We do this as well, not just for the children of Perth, for coming to training. We're doing this for the next generation of coaches. There's no coaching.
Good point.
There's no coaching platform in Perth. Yeah, they'll go to college and do all that amazing. They've got their SFA courses, but for on-field coaching, there's journeys. I
never thought of that.
There's none. So we've then got teenagers and young adults coming to us, and they're getting a wage as well, and that's something that they may be reliant on. And I'm saying to Ross, how do we turn around and say to them that that's them done for
the winter?
For the winter.
But we can also again. So
how many talking about coaches? How many coaches do you have, and how do you fit the criteria of being a coach?
So we're quite good. We're quite good. We're quite flexible. So that's one thing we've always said. We're never going to tie you into you've got to do this, or that, and you're basically stuck with doing 6 hours a week, and that's it. You can't have a life. Most of our coaches play football, and that's one thing. We all come from different backgrounds, but quite a lot of them will play at a good level.
You think the kids are the priority, but the second most important are going to be your coaches, because they're the ones that are going to be coaching the kids. They're creating that atmosphere that is absolutely essential for us.
It's vital.
So we want to have the right ones, and we want to make sure that they're in the good headspace. And we have a lot of meetings for feedback and what they like to do, where things could maybe change. So no, there's plenty of communication.
We're always trying to improve, not just the coaching side and the kid side of it, as the other side of it. And that's also, as Liam touched on there, was getting feedback from the coaches to make sure that we're going in the right direction. And it's not just mine and Liam's decision, it's everyone together.
Yeah,
we want to all push in the same way. And
You're
everyone's
a team.
Yeah, a team. It is, without a doubt.
That's what I keep saying to them. And listen, at times they'll probably be a bit lenient to give back feedback, but I would take advice or help from anyone, whether they were 16 coming in on work experience or whether they're older, because it's all about making this better. And if I can see it through their eyes that I might not be seeing, then that's massively important for me.
You just want to improve the
100%
the service, and
because if the service is at its best level, then the kids are going to get the best service.
So talk me through the sessions that you provide at Be the Best Football Academy. So what's your classes out there, and what have you got coming up? Have you got Easter camps, summer camps? So if you just touch on
so we try and look at all the aspects in terms of ages. So we do look at we've obviously got to start off with our beginners class, which is 2 to 4 year old, so that's little toddlers.
And how many would you have in that class?
We normally have about 10,
right?
10, because it's obviously it's carnage at times, put it that way.
It's completely
it's just getting a ball and enjoying football.
It's coach dependent as well, and that's at a time in the day where you might be struggling to get a coach there. So we're never going to, and that's the one thing we always do with numbers. We never give our coaches too many kids, because that takes away from the session, and it's not fair on them as well. So yeah, listen, I think the beginners we could get more, but for that time of day and when it is, it's very difficult to get 2 coaches on. So that's what you're just constantly juggling.
So that's the 2 to 4 sessions for 2 to 4 year olds.
Mm-hmm.
And what other sessions have you got on?
Then we go on to on a Monday and a Wednesday, we've got our 5 to 7s. And then we go on to 8 to 11s.
Right.
And then we did have a 12 to 14 year old class, but we obviously didn't really manage the day well, so we're obviously looking at little things to improve that. And then we've also got a goalkeeping side as well.
So you've got a lot going on.
We have our advanced group as well. So that's probably your top end grassroots.
Yeah.
player to your pro youth player, and yeah, that's a good one. That's a popular one. We also have our club sessions that we go out and deliver a session. So if a Schooner or Latham wanted us,
or any team in person,
any team,
Yeah, yeah.
could be Yamis, it could be anyone.
well,
It could be men's for both. Obviously, we have a right good relationship with Genefield, like I touched on earlier on.
Mhm.
So every Thursday we'll go in and take a girls session for them, and one of our coaches, Amy, who's excellent, she goes in, and what a relationship that she started with the girls in Genefield. So that's constant. We've got Schoon that we're always delivering club sessions to, so that's also another big one. We have
Fair City as well.
Yes.
So different clubs reaching out at all times, and that's one we want to try and push as well. Because I don't think folk sometimes don't realise we do that. They always think it's just classes we do, but we push out our coaches out.
So
to
you
the
can,
community.
if a club in Perthshire wanted you to come in
and deliver a session.
and could this be a regular session?
Yeah, well, we've got one coming up with Scone Thistle. They've came in, we've done it last summer, and we went in for 10 weeks back to back, and they said come in once a week and this is what I want you to work on. So it gives the coaches a break, but also supports the coaches, because they might look and go, I like that, let's take that into our session as well.
Because a lot of the grassroots coaches that teach teams are just dads.
100%. And listen,
volunteers,
yeah, and they're not proper coaches. So to have you come in your club and stand there and observe you coaching coming from professional footballers must be massive for any team that's won that service.
we've just tied in a deal and a sponsorship agreement with Creef as well. Their new chairman, Stevie, who's just taken over there, had a lot of positive talks with him over the last few weeks, and that was a potential as well, where we go out there and we take their coaches through some drills and sessions where we can give them feedback and how they could do things differently. Because like you're saying, a lot of these grassroots clubs, it's volunteers, it's dads, and it's amazing that they do it, and we wouldn't be here without them.
No,
but they sometimes just, and by the way, they love it when we come and they get involved, and they're helping out the session as well. So then they're kind of they're getting used to the drills, what's expected, how they can sort of change sessions, how they can structure it. So no, it's not just
dads as well, you know, it's females as well, and it's mad. Like you go into clubs and you're surprised how many females are actually in football now. Well, it's a growing game. It's great.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's great to see, and it's good to see that everyone's buying into Perth, and that's what we want to try and do. Yeah.
No, because I do see a lot of female coaches, which is, you know, it's a massive part of football in general now, the female side. And you've got your Easter camps coming up. Camps
for us are massive, aren't they, Ross?
Goes live today at 6 o'clock. So it's one. So it's a big one for us.
So where's the camps and what goes on at these? So you've got the Easter. You do generally Easter holidays, summer holidays, October holidays. Yeah. And the camps will last all week, and your kid goes, and you've got different age ranges.
Yep. Then we'll also do some in service day ones. There was one when the schools were on strike most recently that we done, and it was a very, very kind of cheap one for working alongside the Saints in the community, just because we obviously understand that the pressure and the strain something like that can put on last minute. So it's one of those where we're always looking to try and give back and help out as much as we can as well. But the camps always run at Genefield. Riverside Stadium, great setup for them. They've got the changing rooms, big lounge area that we can rent out for them. That if the weather's bad, they'll go in. We can get the projector. They'll get Netflix. We maybe don't put the Netflix on as much. We'll maybe put on football games that the kids will be asking, "Oh, who's that? What was that score?" And we'll have loads of fun activities, quizzes, board games, you name it. And yeah, our camps, we came up with a really good template for the summer camps. We've always had it structured,
yes,
but we really stripped it back, and every day we had themes, and I think it was the most successful one we had, and the best RAM.
There's that one that you don't want to come up to a camp every time and go, right, how did that work? You want to go, we've got a structure that works. We know this works. We know it's successful. We know that the kids enjoy it.
And it's fun.
The main one. And
because you want them to come and have fun and be, you know, learn along the way and become a better footballer, whatever level that is at.
But what we offer as well is we're the same as a school day. We're 9:30 till 3:30. So you're not just at 9:30 till 12 o'clock. You're 9:30 till 3:30. So for childcare, first and foremost, we're cheap, effective childcare.
But it's not about fun. That. It's about giving the young kids a 100%. Nice
platform,
safe environment to come and get, you know, have fun.
So helping the parents out as well, trying to keep it the same timings. But yeah, that's all we've done it for. Is we just want the kids to come and enjoy it, smile on their face. If they don't have a smile on their face, we're doing something wrong, and then that's when we need to have a look at ourselves. But we've not faced that yet, and it's something that it's that the fine balance where they're getting top quality coaching in a fun, engaging atmosphere, and that to us is that's where I think that sets us apart from anywhere else. And sorry, just while we're on the relationships as well with each and one of our coaches and the kids, I've not seen it anywhere else. I genuinely haven't. Not in this area. The rapport that our coaches have with certain individuals, and you know what kids can be like. They can go through a lot of tough times, and we've had kids come in that are going through that, and it's like I said, it's the environment we've created. It's very special.
Well, I noticed you the other night, Liam, and I've mentioned this previously, that I was standing there watching you teach the young ones, and you knew every kid's name that was coming in. And I actually spoke to somebody about it today, and you know, you've been walking down the street and said hello to the kid, and they were just, you know, that's Liam Gordon saying hi to me, and he's remembered my name. But I just thought it was a very nice touch of you welcoming everyone in when they came in, knew all their names, you know, encouraging them along the way. And I just thought that, well, it's just you as a person.
Yeah, but it's what we do. It's what Be the Best is based on. It's respect, and I say it to the kids all the time. You give us 4 things: hard work, respect, desire, and honesty. If you get them 4 values, it says we'll be doing something right. And for me, respect, the least I can do is know a child that's caught in my football class or is in my academy, know their name and welcome them to a session. Or if we're walking down the street, go on my way to say hi to them, because that's what we do. That's the community that we've created. That's what it's all about.
And the kids will embrace that, and you know,
it then becomes that's Liam Gordon, not the football coach. That's Liam Gordon.
What I'm saying. I get hammered off them, all of them, because they're all they look at they look at me as a coach, and I still have that level between where we're like, but this is a friend, and it's someone that they can rely on, someone that they can trust, someone that they can go to with their problems. I'm there. I'm not like what some of them may think I am when they first come, and a famous footballer or whatever. Not call myself famous, but do you know what I mean? To them,
scary big guy in the pitch.
to them, you're just you're Liam.
Yeah, I'm just Liam, and I think that's that rapport that we've talked about before. There's no one else that can give that. There's no one else that can give that, and it's.
And that's the thing as well. Like, it's not just Liam. We now have Stevie May. We've got Nicky Clark in the business as well. And
so how did that come about? Talk me through Stevie May. Big footballer from Perth, played with lots of different clubs. Nicky Clark, same again. So how did you get them involved, or did they want involved, or how did it come about?
Well, Stevie reached out to me, and there's obviously no introduction needed for Stevie. Scottish internationalist, one of St Johnstone's best ever players, no doubt about it, one of the most successful anyway, 3 major trophies. And Stevie came to me and was just saying, like, I'm kind of thinking about life after football, not really sure what I'm wanting to do. And I says, well, why don't you just come in and try the coaching side of things? And he was like, yeah, do you know what? He said, I was thinking about that. And we came in, he started by doing one-to-ones, he watched over the classes, and now he has the small group sessions, which the kids are absolutely loving. And
who better to get taught in the Perth area from Stevie May?
There's no one. There's no one better, and I don't think... I don't know. Hopefully this next generation, I'll be saying there will be in time, but until for the next 10 years there's not going to be, unless we're producing a worldie within us, which we could be.
And Nicky Clark, another one.
Clarky came in as well, didn't he?
Both played with Clarky, and he just came to us, and he's wanted the same as similar to Mazo was. I'm looking for that next step. I wanted to get involved in the coaching side.
Yeah, I think he spoke with Stevie, didn't he, and seen how much he was enjoying it. And then we're like, well, Nicky's obviously, he's just staying in Dundee, so he's not too far, so it's accessible for him, isn't it?
When he finishes work and everything like that, so it's quite, just stays a few hours and then has kids.
So you're getting taught by qualified coaches, professional footballers, and you know,
when did you get the opportunity when you were younger to get a club set up, a small group session from?
I know.
Never.
Whoever.
Well, it was hard enough getting a small group session in general.
You couldn't afford that anyway.
And that's one thing we do at the academy, is not even just Mazo and Nicky. It would be, we've got Scott Bright, we've got Jacob Fleming, both play for St Johnstone, and we've got Connor that was at Stirling Albion, and Amy that played at Dundee United. So everyone comes from different
football
backgrounds, different levels.
With that calibre as well, people that have been in the game and know exactly what it's like. it's the small, fine details which separates the coaching from just normal coaching. Do you know what I mean?
Because they've been through it.
100%. And it's the little things that you don't see on a textbook, or if you're reading a diagram on an exercise, a drill, coaching points, whatever. These guys that have been there, done it. There's no better person for the kids to learn off. So listen, we're delighted we have them on board helping us, and it's a privilege for me to offer that to the kids of Perth and Kinross.
You mentioned Scott Bright, so a lot more people will know his name now after his goal up there at Brecon. Did you have a good laugh and a chat about that with Scott?
We were actually we were for
a meeting, weren't we?
We were at a team meeting, and I actually got up, didn't I?
You put it on the phone, and then Scotty didn't start that game, and I think he was a bit disappointed, and he came on, and Gordy's put it on. I'm like, what a goal that was! And then it comes up, Scott Bright.
I swear that was Scotty. It was honestly, we had the phone on the table, BBC iPlayer,
and Nando was eating our chicken, and that comes up, man.
But for a kid then to go in the next week, see that on TV. Scott Bright, he's under St Johnstone under 18 captain.
He's actually development now. Development was St Johnstone under 18 captain.
And then to score that goal, and then he's getting taken as a 1-to-1 with a child the following week.
Yeah.
You know,
the worst part is he couldn't do that again in his life. He couldn't teach that. He's a defender. Do you know what I mean? So that's one we
I think he's got more in him.
Yeah, he's got that in the locker.
Look, can speak about be the best without speaking about Jordan. Jordan's been, I think, magnificent, lovely guy, very approachable, and Jordan's been in. Jordan Black's been in.
Yeah, Jordan, like I said to you at the start, instrumental in everything we do, and the three of us work so well together, organising, putting everything in place. So Jordan's, he's been instrumental, and I say that all the time, how much I appreciate everything that he's done. And listen, we're only going one way, and this year coming up for us, we've said it, we're in a good place right now, but this is going to be the best year yet, because we've got a lot of ideas behind the scenes, and a lot of stuff that we're going to tweak and change that's going to put the academy to another level.
And can you reveal any of, or is that all to get talked
about?
What is the future plans for Be the Best?
Building it as much as we can, but also giving back as much as we can. We're never going to be a business that sit here and make a lot of money. We want to try and invest in our coaches, invest in the community.
And what I've seen as well, there's a lot of young boys that have come to you, and through their grassroots team and through Be the Best, they're now into pro youth academies. So you must see it all the time. A lot of your boys that are being at your academies, because I see it in your social medias, that maybe at Dundee United, St Johnstone, you know.
That's one thing we're looking to do as well, is bring that together and maybe put it out on social media a bit more, because we probably don't do that, do we? In terms of, there's a lot more kids that have came through us that came to us for one-to-ones or classes, and then they're now in an academy setup.
Which Be the Best has obviously contributed.
Yeah.
Some sort,
That's just probably me, and Roscoe's better on it than me, but just being a bit more of a dinosaur with the social media and how important it is now. But we see other academies in the country and how well they present themselves online, and we know it's a big part of it. So there's going to have to be more content from us. But just going back to your point with the pro youth, that just warms my heart so much, and I see how many kids are in that situation now, because I look back to when I was younger, and like I said to you, there'd be one or two going from under 10 to under 16. Now we've got loads. We've played a big part in it, and now hopefully it's going to be in a couple of years, say 3-4 years time, where they actually start making professional appearances, and then we're like, well, that's it, that's our job done.
Absolutely.
And talk about social media, it was the other day there that I was on, I think it was TikTok, and I came across a Hearts Rangers, was that Youth Cup final?
Oh, you're bringing that up.
Youth Cup final. And it was a penalty shootout, and I just watched it.
Did you see that? Is that still, somebody get a video of that? Oh, God.
So Liam Gordon, Stephen, and
Let me guess, you missed it.
You did miss it. So
that was to win it as well. Can't believe you've done me like that and got that in last minute.
Look, everyone misses penalties. So, but
the
future,
no took one since.
But the future's, I mean, Be the Best. Like you said, there was nothing when you were about. There was certainly nothing when I was about, and that's going a few decades back now. But it's great to have Be the Best supporting the kids in Perthshire, you know, and giving them a platform to get better and improve themselves at all times. And, you know, it's great to see you boys come in and speak about it. Where do people go and follow you on social media? Where?
We've got all our platforms.
All our
don't we, Roscoe?
platforms, yeah. We've got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
So
we've
is
got all
it
them.
just be the best?
We've got our email, and then listen, you
Website as
you
well.
literally just get in touch with any of our social media platforms, and we'll direct whatever the problem is. If there's an issue, if there's whether is a problem with the booking system, we have our website, of course, as well. We've got enough guys working behind the scenes to always respond very quickly and to help whoever needs help.
Even somebody new in the area and they want to get their child into the academy, so
Another
you
thing,
offer, is it one-to-ones, group sessions?
but even that, Alan, so if there is someone that's looking to get their kid into something they're not sure, we'll always offer free taster session for someone looking to come in.
Right.
So their first week, we're not going to ask you to sign up to something that you don't know, so come and see if you like it. If you like it, brilliant.
Yeah.
And you come and join us. If not, absolutely no problem. But we're not going to charge someone for their first taster session. So that's always a option.
You're always here to listen to the parents out there in Perthshire.
Say to them all the time. We're
Uh-huh.
speaking last week. We've got one of the boys that's coming into us one-to-ones, playing for Kelly Hearts at the moment. He's doing great, and we're having a conversation. I'm going down early, having a conversation with the parents, just bouncing things off each other. And we're always there. That's what I said to you. Whether it's a phone call on Facebook, through Instagram, come to our classes, always give them time of day for advice or whatever that may be.
So we've got we're not far off from the Easter camps, and that's going live tonight.
Mhm.
So that is at Be the Best Football Academy,
Mhm.
and you can book on through the website,
Through the social media, through the website.
There'll be links on the
Links to everything.
posts.
and
the
it's quite
relevant
easy to
posts.
do.
Quite easy to do, yeah. It will take you to My Club Hub, which is our booking system.
Okay.
And we go on there and you can book for the full week or the goalkeeping's.
And is it?
Camp
Are you
2 days.
running 2 weeks or
Just 1 week for the Easter. 1 week for the Easter, yeah.
And there'll be 2 in summer, I would
2 in summer.
imagine.
maybe, so 2 in summer? So that isn't set in stone yet. Of
No,
dates
not
or anything?
exact
yeah,
dates,
we'll do
but
one at a time, and then we'll take it from there.
So everything's like I say. I remember speaking to you about years ago when it first started, Liam, and it's great to see the kids. I know my child goes to Be the Best Football Academy, and he's been there in the group sessions. He's been in one-to-one sessions. He's been in the advanced class. So I know it's been a phenomenal experience from him, and the coaching's absolutely been first class, and we really appreciate. I think the whole of Perthshire appreciates the opportunity to come and be part of this academy and enhance the kids' football skills. Is there any final thing that you want to see them be the best?
Just on behalf of us, thank you. Do you know what I mean? We don't get here to obviously the hard work we put in, but it's from what you guys put into us as well. We need to support, whether it's on social media, whether it's our classes, and that's how we'll get to the next level.
Yeah, if you don't back us or buy into what we're trying to do, then
we're
wasting our time. No, but 100%, we wouldn't be here. So we say it all the time, but it's obviously nice to do it over video, podcast, whatever that is, just to thank the people of Perth for believing us, trusting us, and but at the same time, we say it ourselves, there's no better place for your kid to come.
Perfect. Well, thanks for coming in tonight, guys. Never know, might do another podcast.
Hopefully.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers, Alan.